Okay, take a listen to this. Nick Wright yesterday is basically asking the question, why do the Lakers want out of the LeBron business? Why do they want out of the LeBron business? Because he feels like that's kind of the message that's going out there. And I guess, people got their opinion on Nick Wright. I'm a fan. You guys can, chime in whatever you guys got to say. That's fine. But you guys are entitled, obviously, to your opinion. I think he's wildly good at what he does. Take a listen here. First things first, yesterday, they're talking about LeBron, and Nick Wright is making the argument, why does it feel like the Lakers want out of the LeBron business? Take a listen.
The idea that the Lakers' plan is to manicure around the edges this year, let LeBron walk next summer for nothing, keep that money open, so in 2 years they can get a guy. If I'm Luka, I'm like, hey guys, me being your top priority, you know what's my top priority? Winning right now. And I don't expect the Lakers to find a player better than LeBron James to replace LeBron James this year or next year. 2 years from now, maybe. But now, like you've said, the pressure starts to mount on Luka every year, and Luka's not locked up. So I've just been baffled by this.
I don't think but I think what they're doing is just trying to be.
I'm going to play Chris Broussard's opinion on this for about 30 seconds, and then we'll go.
Smart and maintain flexibility. Like if I don't think they're saying we're not making any moves, because we're saving all our money for 2026, 27. If the right piece becomes available, I think they'll readily make a move. Obviously, they don't have a lot of ammunition with which to make big trades. But I'm just saying, if the right move came about that was good for now and the future, I do think they do it.
All right, I'll stop it right there. That to me is, I think, the best point that was made. I think what Nick Wright is trying to figure out is, what has LeBron done wrong in order to not get what he wants as a Los Angeles Laker? I think that's the point Nick Wright is making. Nick Wright is making the point of, he's getting a feeling of like, what am I missing here? Why would the Lakers not want to just kind of accommodate to what LeBron wants? I think what Chris Broussard said is the point that really we're trying to make here. And I think that was part of the point that I was making with Trevor Lane as well. The Lakers, I think, feel that at the end of the day, if we got away, LeBron's angry, Luka's angry. Which one should we pay more attention to? They're going to pay more attention to Luka. Nothing personal. It's 26 years old. That's going to be the center of your franchise for hopefully the next 10 years or whatever the case is. What the point that Nick Wright's trying to make is, I get that. I understand that. You got to look for your future, this, that, all that stuff. What he's saying is, your future with Luka Doncic and your present with LeBron James, those should be married together, not kind of fighting against each other. Not that they are, but the franchise kind of picking and choosing what to do. It's impossible for the Lakers not to look at the future. It's impossible for the Lakers to put themselves in a position where the future is not everything moving forward. It's Luka Doncic. It's 26 years old. Basically what you're telling yourself, who are we going to hook up with Luka as another star player that the Lakers can kind of go figure it out moving forward? That's going to be the key. That's going to be the most important thing for the Lakers moving forward. And I get it where, I think there's a part of this where people just keep looking, and I've heard the points that Nick Wright's trying to make. He was 6th in MVP voting last year. He's still very, very effective. But I don't think anybody expected LeBron to be this effective this long. And I think if you gave him another 1+1, you put all the power back in LeBron's hands, which I don't feel like the Lakers should give that power back to LeBron at this point. I think the smart thing and the responsible thing for the Lakers right now to do is exactly what they're doing. We'll give you 1 year moving forward, not 1+1s. And if Rich Paul wants to go out there and say, well, we didn't even ask for a 1+1. We were just signing this deal and this extension. That's fine. I mean, I don't really see why that would make any sense for LeBron. LeBron should be getting 1+1s. But it's the first time, at least that I've noticed, where the Lakers really put their foot down and was like, all right, we can't give you another 1+1. Take this final year of your contract. We want the flexibility. What Chris Broussard said, that one word is the most important word for the Lakers moving forward. Flexibility. Options. that they're not married to another 52 or 55 next year. Let's see how this year plays out. Maybe LeBron is great again, and the Lakers right at the end of the season say, "Bron, let's talk. Let's figure out what we're going to do again." Maybe Bron decides, "Nope, that's it. I'm done. I don't want to." Maybe LeBron has a deep, goes on a downhill trajectory, and that's kind of it for his career. Maybe LeBron decides to retire. But what the Lakers can actually do in that situation, in this predicament, they can decide what's best for the organization, not what's best for LeBron. And I think that's the main point that I take away. It has nothing to do with LeBron. LeBron has done nothing wrong, none of that stuff. He's 40. He's still printing tickets. He's still printing money. He's still, obviously the biggest name in the NBA. To this day, he's still the biggest name in the NBA. But with all that being said, what his goals are may not be the same goals as the Lakers. And in 2020, they were the same goals. And in 2021, they were the same goals. In 2023, they were the same goals. In 2025, they might not be the same goals. So that's the one thing that I would take away from a lot of that, from that clip there with Nick Wright and the Lakers obviously kind of figuring out what they're going to do for the future. All right. That's a lot of stuff that I'm throwing at everybody. Let's see what we got here. Slee, I can't wait till LeBron's gone and y'all suck so bad. It's going to be so funny. Wayne, I mean, what does that mean? That he's going to either be gone by the end of this year or maybe he plays one more year. That's what it's going to be. I mean, you're making it sound like he's 34 years old and the Lakers are trying to kick him to the side. He's not. I think it's smart for somebody who's 40 years old to have an organization saying, let's give you 1 year at a time and figure it out from there. I have a difficult time kind of thinking that that's not a good decision. I can't really figure out why that's not the right decision, or somebody would think different. All right, let's see what else we got here. Can Pelinka just offer a 1 year extension? Everyone is happy and we focus on the chip. Yeah, I think that's the biggest problem is trying to figure out how you put together a roster that can focus on the chip. I don't mind LeBron, but I need more defense from him, and age is not a good excuse. No, age is actually an incredible excuse. Incredible excuse. Luka is not a leader. He has never won anything, nor seemed to have desire to win anything. We'll find out a lot more about Luka this upcoming year. And I think he is a winner. I think he's taken the team to the NBA Finals. I think he's accomplished unbelievable things at age 26 or before he was age 25. And I'm expecting him to be a freaking great by the time his career is all said and done. Now we'll see if he's able to go make it happen. All right, let's get a couple more of these in here and go from there. Bron should be taking pay cuts at this point moving forward if he wants to stay. Yeah, I got a difficult one. I got a difficult time with that one. I will tell you this. I would say that if there's one thing that I will just kind of keep in mind in regards to Bron and from a financial perspective, I think the one difficult thing with Bron is you can't say all I want to do is win, but let me get my 52.6. And if I'm him, I'm getting my 52.6. But I don't know if both can be accomplished. And it's not his fault. Part of that has to do with how the Lakers are structured right now, that they traded for Luka and Anthony Davis is gone. I'm getting my money. I would, if I'm going to be honest with everybody, I'm trying to get my money. 52.6, a lot of dough. It's a lot of dough. And he's worth $100 million. He just is. Like that. That's just the reality of the situation. Couple quick NBA stories. We're going to get the hell out of here. Paul George. You guys see this yesterday? Philadelphia 76ers Paul George underwent a successful arthroscopic procedure on his left knee Monday to treat an injury suffered during a recent workout. A team official tells ESPN George will now begin a rehab program and be reevaluated prior to the start of training camp. I want to say this is now his third surgery since he's been in Philadelphia. Paul George's left knee has undergone 3 different injuries in less than a year. My apologies. Not surgery, injuries. October, a bone bruise. November, a bone bruise. July, unknown, resulting in surgery. Paul George is on a 4-year, $211 million deal. And if people don't want to give the Clippers credit for saying no to him and forcing him to just sign 3, maybe this says a little bit there. Victor Wembanyama cleared to play basketball again. So Wembanyama said he's been cleared to return to basketball activities after fully recovering from a shoulder thrombosis. Yeah, if I said that right. I'm officially cleared to return, he said. It just happened. I got the green light from the Spurs medical staff just a few hours ago. They are one of the wild card teams, in my opinion, in the Western Conference. I think they're going to be wildly fun. And I think they're going to be really competitive. I like the roster that they put together. So all the teams that we talk about in the Western Conference, I think don't sleep on the San Antonio Spurs as a team to be interesting. So keep that one in mind. Thank you very much for watching the clip. Just want to give a shout out here to one of our partners, the Wallace Firm. They are official injury attorney of the Sliwa Show and Hoops Talk, the entire channel. If you are ever in a need, and I hope you're not, but some type of serious injury with yourself or a family member of yours, I would like to personally help you by introducing you to the best in the business, Brad Wallace and the Wallace Firm. Also got a URL out here that you can use as well. Just go to wallacewins.com/Sliwa. Thank you for their partnership, and thank you for being a part of the Sliwa Show.